We now have the NLC head of information, Comrade Benson Upah, joining us now on Daily Politics. Comrade, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right. It's been a very busy day for you, and I can only imagine how hectic it has been. Let's start on this note. Has there been any communication from the secret police about why the NLC president was arrested? Because earlier in the day, your legal counsel, Femi Falana, SAN, says no reason has been given yet as to why he was arrested. Do you know more now?
Up to this moment, the right of every citizen to free speech, to free association or freedom of association and movement. These rights are guaranteed in our Constitution. And no one, not even the secret police, has the right to abridge these rights. So we are dumbfounded, we are outraged, we are scandalized by the conduct of the state in this manner. And the objectives are quite clear: to instill fear, to shut down the democratic space, to cow the citizenry into submission, to warn them, look, when we cane you, dare not cry. What you have seen is nothing. More are on the way. So, brace up. This is the message. This is the message we are receiving here from the state, and our response is clear. We have given till 12 midnight tonight for Ajero to be released unconditionally and unhurt. And by 9 o'clock tomorrow, the highest organ of the Congress will be meeting. So this is what I can share with you.
Yeah. Okay. So just to confirm, the NLC president is still in custody of the DSS?
As we speak, to the best of my knowledge, is still in their custody.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about the legality of the situation, because you talked about human rights, you talk about those rights being enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution. I was having a conversation just moments ago with the country director of the Amnesty International Nigeria, speaking about the legality of arrest and how it is a means of enforcing the law. What is wrong about the arrest? Isn't this just a step in the right direction to uncover the truth of the matter, especially since his name has been linked to certain activities that requires the authorities to fully prosecute?
Which activities are these? I beg your pardon?
The last time he was at the police, they say terrorism financing, they say subversion, and a variety of other allegations, even though we don't know what the DSS is looking into. But this is what is in the public domain over the past 2 weeks.
Now, let me also ask you, have you bothered to find out if he was asked any question pertaining to those allegations the day he reported at the police?
I'm afraid it's a police investigation. We're not at liberty to ask certain questions unless they come out to share that information with the public.
Well, I'm urging you now to exercise your right. I'm urging you to exercise your right as a journalist, and to also exercise the right available to you in the Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, I'm not sure it works with ongoing investigations, Mr. Upah, but I get your point. Tell me what with regards to this particular development. I mean, Ajero has been in the news for the past close to 1 year now, since the events of November last year in Imo, which has been mentioned previously, and what has been happening over the past couple of weeks and months between the negotiations as well as these investigations and the protests that we've seen across the country. Isn't Labour trying to make this about Labour, because the authorities are only making it about Joe Ajero? So why the conflation there of what is actually going on? You are saying it's an attack on organized Labour. and the police or the authorities generally, including the DSS, are saying we're looking into a specific issue that concerns this one individual. So why is Labour making it about Labour when it is clearly about Joe Ajaero as a person?
Well, I would want you to try to separate Joe Ajaero from the presidency of the Nigerian Labour Congress. And also, I would want you to tell me how you're going to go about that. But specifically, let me tell you this unequivocally.
Yeah, okay.
Joe Ajaero, listen, I said, let me tell you this unequivocally, that Joe Ajaero has not committed any offense or crime related to subversion, criminal conspiracy, treasonable felony, cybercrime, or terrorism financing. And in any case, you are now imputing motive into what the DSS has done. I'm not sure the DSS told you that, except if you have something to share with me in confidence.
No, you're asking a question.
Please take note, and please take note, and please take note. Please take note of this, that the security agencies of Nigeria, the police, the DSS, and others, they have their statutory rules prescribed for them. Okay? And I am not sure forum shopping is one of those rules. And in any case, I want to tell you, it was the police that invited him on those allegations that his name was mentioned. He wasn't actually charged. I want you to take note of this, that there is a distinction between your name was mentioned. There is a distinction between that and these charges have been preferred against you. Okay? So let us not be carried away by the mischief of the state. Okay? So I'm telling you clearly that once the state wants to intimidate you, once the state wants to keep you busy, they keep on throwing charges like this at you. Okay? And they keep you busy. And for us we have said that the intention of the state is not only to intimidate, it is also to divert attention from the crimes the state is committing against the people of this country, using poverty as a weapon, okay, deepening poverty, sending all of us to our early graves. So the state does not want to be called to account, for these acts of crime against the people, for these acts of genocide against the people.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be called to account.
Comrade.
He doesn't want to be called to account.
Yeah, comrade. Just pardon the interruption there. In the organized labor, you have various leaders, right? From the two at the top is Festus Asifo, the president of the TUC, and Joe Ajaero, the president of the NLC, and you have a host of other leaders. Why always Joe Ajaero, if I may ask?
As the state.
No, I mean, you're saying that he's been persecuted.
Ask them. Listen,
why aren't the others being persecuted?
Listen. Ask them. Ask them. Why do you have to ask me? Ask them. Why are you always speaking on this man? Ask them. I'm not in a position to answer that question.
Okay, the police or the DSS will say we're simply just doing our job. If he has nothing to hide, he's going to scale through the investigation. So are you going to just let them do their job?
Have you asked them? Have you asked them the question? And for you, let me tell you this, Abdullahi, and for you, a day will also come for you. Because I will advert you, advert your mind to this point, that when they came for me, I said I was not a Jew. When they came for me, I said I was not a teacher. When they came for me, I said I was not a communist. By the time they came for me, they there was no one left to cry for me. So keep on being academic with your line of questioning instead of facing, the realities of what the state is doing to you and I.
Right. So you don't think this investigation is by the books? You don't think that there's any connection whatsoever? They're not going to find anything, that intimidation is the end game for them, to just intimidate the president of the NLC? Nothing more, nothing less.
You keep your fingers crossed. You know one thing? These guys have been telling us how many years. We know those that sponsor terror in the country. We know those who sponsor banditry. We know those they have never come out with any name. They have never come out with a list. Why pick on a union leader doing his lawful duty? Saying, stop deepening poverty. Stop weaponizing poverty. Stop implementing extreme right-wing policies, because they impact horrendously on the poor and the weak. Why do you pick on him? For this? Is that the renewed hope? And by the way, let me ask you, Abdullahi, has your loss improved since fuel subsidy was removed?
Okay, I'm just trying to find the correlation between the economic situation in the country and the arrest of the NLC president by the DSS.
Because certainly Joe Ajero has not taken anybody's girlfriend or wife, other than the fact that he has been consistent in his criticism of the state. That, look, you are on a wrong trajectory. Retrace, make Nigerian people happy, dignify them, don't pauperize them, don't weaken them.
Okay, let's segue for a moment there and allow Comrade Benson Upah to take a deep breath for a moment.